Let me ask you guys, how many people know about AI? I built this framework called S3. So ultimately what we start off with is identifying what it is that we need. You know, why do you need it? What's it going to do? How's it going to impact you? Number two, it's important then that we design it, right? So in other words, the design, you don't want to complicate it. You want to make it simple, right? You want to make it structured so it's really, really cool. And number three, well, you want to make it so you can use it more than once. And ultimately, then we want to be able to build it. Now, how do we do that? Well, we create a prompt or a program. That's what I help you with. I'll talk to you about how I can work with you later, right? We test and edit this, and then guess what? Then we deploy it. Now, interestingly enough, if you've got these three, guess what? I know 150% you're going to save time, you're going to save money, and you're going to decrease some stress. That's freedom to have time, freedom to make money, freedom from stress, because stress is just shit, right? Here's the top three mistakes. Number one, most important thing is people are too slow to respond. Number two, guess what? You're missing the phone calls. Check this out. I want to show you some stats. The numbers behind missed calls. 62% of all small businesses go unanswered during business hours. 62%. This is insane. 85% of people whose calls are not answered are never going to call you back. 85%, that's 8.5 people out of 10 that call you. If you don't get onto them, they're not going to call you back. 80% of callers who reach voicemail don't even leave a message. 78%, almost 80% of customers buy from the first business that responds to their inquiry. Check this out. I've got another one for you guys. Contractors, let's say for HVAC techs, right? Plumbers, electricians, skip call, this is through skip call, shows that missed calls cost them roughly about 50 grand or more. So if you're one of these businesses, it's already costing you 50 grand. I want to show you number two mistake, quoting taking too long. So number one, you're not answering any stuff back, quoting taking too long. Now check this out. You're quoting 10 jobs a week. Most of you guys 10, 15, 20 jobs a week. You're spending roughly 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on the type of work that you're doing, right? And guess what? You may be only winning one or two of them. That's 7.5 hours a week on quotes that you didn't win. Now, I don't know about you. If you look at it from that point of view, that's kind of some crazy shit, right? When you think about it. 7.5 hours. Now, I don't know about you, but if you have to hold your breath for 7.5 hours, you're going to be dead as a bloody post, that's for sure. Now, let me ask you a question. What if you could cut down to 5 minutes per quote, 10 minutes per quote, increase your win rate? Would this make a difference in your business? Right? Check this out. If you follow up a lead within 5 minutes, the chances of you converting that lead is 21 times more likely compared to waiting 30 minutes. Now, check this out, right? Despite knowing how this is, many businesses still take an average of 47 hours. 47. That's like 2 full days or literally 4 business days. As a result, only 27% of all leads actually get converted and 73% is lost just due to follow-up. So now check it out. First impressions. Studies show that 78% of buyers choose to work with the very first company that reaches out. So all you need to do is just reach out a bit quicker. Number 3 mistake, write this down or take a photo. No follow-up after the quote. This one's death. Approximately 7 to 80% of sales are lost due to lack of follow-up. 80% of sales require, look at this, at least 5 follow-up attempts to close. So, well, I've actually designed it all so you'll be able to see it and you'll be able to do it, right? Super easy. That's what the game's for, right? The reason I'm showing these stats, it's important, guys, to check it out, right? Super easy. But here's what I like about it. You know, you can change this around. We can move like this. So what does winning look like? Well, better fees. You know, you trying to get the cheapest because somebody put a cheap quote in and the client wants to go with the cheapest. That shit's like the worst. Number 2, it's important to sort of have a look at this. You know, we want to win more revenue from the jobs that we're doing already. More time. If I can spend less time getting more quotes out, it's a bit better. And guess what? Everybody's heard this. Right? Work smarter rather than harder. Now, I'm going to give you the golden ticket. Here's the first thing. Prompts aren't it, because if it was just prompt, some people will just sort of type in stuff and it just doesn't show them exactly, what they need to. Let's move into the first part of my S3 formula. Number one, we need to identify what you need to do. So it's important for us to do what? Well, or it's important for you. What is it that you need for your business? Is it a tool? Is it, a particular quoting tool? The first question, why do you need it? The next question, write this down. What will it do? And then how's it going to impact the business? So what I did is I want to demo this for you. So I created a prompt. Cool. And basically an automated follow-up sequence. So I'm going to show you a smart quoting calculator. I put some inputs in it that I needed, the labor. And then I said, all right, these are the output cost summary card, the profit margin that comes into it, calculate the GST, and I wanted a bill of quantities. So what I've done here is I've created the prompt. As you can see, it's right there. That's a prompt. I put that prompt into it because I know what I wanted from this. We've used the S3 framework, and then what it's done is created it. Here it is here. So that's a concrete calculator here. All right, so let's have a quick play around it. As you can see, concrete quoting calculator. That's what it's created. So let's just go here with, it's a 12-meter length. It's at 6.4 meters. There we go. Let's change this up. It's going to be a driveway as an example, 125. So that's a total surface area that you can see here. We're going to go with an N40 concrete. That's what the guy wanted. And we just worked out this because I can actually feed in, New South Wales standard prices or Queensland. We're just going to go at 20 mil standard, and we're probably going to go just with a plain or brush finish. It's four labourers at 45 hours, $45 an hour. A prep team, I probably need two of those. I need, three guys on the pour as an example, 8 hours each. So there's your labour component. Now, we're going to need a pump because it's going to be a little bit tough. There's some excavation. Here it is here, pumps at 1,000 days, super standard. If we're going to get rid of some of this, and these are the, per load, probably going to get 2 loads out of it. I can change the quote margin. This is important for a lot of businesses. So I'm just going to go with 30% here and a 15% contingency. And there you go. Materials are that much. There's your labor. Scope of works, it's sort of, 5192. There's a profit. The GST is on that. So total quote, 20 grand. It's as fast as this. Now, I've also programmed it to give me a bill of quantities so I can break it all down. If I want to individualize it, I can. If not, that'll be good, for internal use. And then a materials pick list if I'm getting the guys ready, and that's got a checklist as a part of it. Now, I can add things like this. I can, connect it to Xero as an example. I can get it to, set up an invoice and send it, do all of that type of stuff. Then all you need to do is just click here, usually open up Publish Artifact, or you can download it, and there you go. And this has been built in Claude. So that's as easy as that. There goes your concrete calculator. If we had a little bit of time, this would take about 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes to render, and that's it. How awesome is that? That would have been $10,000 or $15,000 worth. You would have to work with a programmer for like 3 months to be able to do it. Second part about this is designing it. So we want a super simple design. We want to make sure that it's structured, and we want to make sure that it's scalable. And number 3 then is about building. Prompt, edits, doing all of that type of stuff is really, really important. Now, I'm going to show you another demo. It looks like, check this out. All right, here's the result for this. So here we go. It's a granny flat daily site checklist. So what I did was I put the prompt that I just showed before. It broke it down into 10 stages, right? And what I wanted to do is to make sure that it's Queensland Work Health and Safety compliant. So it'll look at all the, WHS compliant for it. Project name, so it's really cool. It's all for granny flat, 10 stages. Here we go here. So stage 1, site setup and excavation, safety checklist. There we go. Swims in place, PPE, available underground services. As you can see, emergency contacts displayed, quality checkpoints that we need to make sure that we're good for that stage, materials and equipment. Have we got the survey pegs, string lines, laser level, all of that type of stuff. Supervisor can, name, signature. Date, stage 2, slab and footings, as you can see, safety checklist, quality checkpoints, materials and equipment, sign off. Stage 3, the frame and the roof component of it. Stage 4, lock up, right? Is the scaffolding still compliant? Glass handling, manual handling for heavy doors and windows, PPE for cutting, cladding, any of that type of stuff. Quality checkpoint, same thing. Is everything right? Doors operating smoothly? You want to make sure that it's good. Rough in electrical, plumbing, HVAC, any of that type of stuff. Stage 6, internal linings and insulation. Stage 7, all the fit out components, the kitchen, bathroom, and joinery. Painting for stage 8, stage 9, external works, which is awesome. There we go. Final inspection and handover. Is that all done? Have we got the warranties there? Did we get the Form 21 in Queensland? Defects list, any of that type of stuff. Now, you could also then have things like, accounts to be contacted. There's a lot of stuff then that we can write on there to make sure that, people are good. Has the warranty, has there been a handover? Is there a little gift that goes with it? And the list goes on from there. But here's once again the speed of it. This is minutes, right? I just did this for demo purposes so you can see it. I've written what I wanted, and then it created the demo prompt. There you go, and here you have it. Once again, it's pretty incredible. I'm gonna have a little bit of fun here. I want to create some ads. I'm just gonna cut and paste here that I've got this, and I want to show you guys how fast it is. All right, here we go. Check this out, right? So all I did was create a Word document with 3 unique Seek job ads versions for an experienced carpenter. Watch how fast this is. This is literally under 2 or 3 minutes. See, these are Seek job ads. It's writing it out, right? Check it out. I've got 3 things here. Here are the ads. I'm just showing you literally, and I wanted to do it. It searched how much I need to pay somebody. You can edit this according to your business or whichever way that you want to be able to go. There's your ad. Guys, it's as fast as this. That's the prompt. Here it is here. I can literally then go click like this, download it, right? This is because I'm connected with Google Docs. We run everything on Google, and check it out. I can literally get this like this and cut and paste it into a Seek ad. There we go. Remember, it starts here, guys. It's important to understand, to make sure that you're doing what? You're making a little bit more money. Everybody could do with a little bit more money, undoubtedly. You've got to be kind of, not cool if you don't think that you could do with a little bit more money. I always think that that's going to be cool, right? And it's going to do what? It's actually going to identify and make sure that it's important that you do what? You actually have more time on your plate. You're less stress, and most importantly, guys, it's about freedom. I get into business to have a lifestyle, and my freedom is about businesses. It's important. This is what winning looks like. How much more time could you spend with your family? To me, my number one priority in life is my family. I shared that with you. AI tools are just there to do the heavy lifting, just like, the old school drill versus the cordless today.
Upcoach showed us the real techniques and the real procedures to do things, to actually forecast properly, know where your financials are in current time, and understand that any decisions that you make with that data is going to affect what happens the following week, the following month, the following year.
I'm Psaila. Remember, the only way is up.